There were celebrations in the Pakistan capital Islamabad on Saturday as India and Pakistan reached a ceasefire deal after they fired volleys of missiles across their borders on Saturday. According to Associated Press, it was the most serious increase in hostilities so far in a conflict triggered by a gun massacre last month, which India blames Pakistan for. Pakistan's foreign minister said on Saturday that his country would consider de-escalation if India stopped any further attacks. Indian Wing Commander Vyomika Singh told a news conference in New Delhi that her country was committed to non-escalation, provided the Pakistan side reciprocates. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Saturday spoke with Indian officials and Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir and urged both parties to find ways to de-escalate, State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce said. Chanting slogans of "Long live Pakistan," people in many cities welcomed the ceasefire agreement with India, which was mediated by the U.S.
Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov arrived in Moscow to meet with dictator Vladimir Putin. Footage released by the Kremlin confirms that the republic's leader is in very poor condition. Russian political strategist Stanislav Belkovsky commented on the footage of the meeting between Kadyrov and Putin. At the meeting with Putin, the head of Chechnya had difficulty reading from a piece of paper. Apparently, it is already difficult for him to speak. Belkovsky hinted that Kadyrov may be suffering from a rather severe form of cancer. Cancer of the adrenal glands with metastasis in the lungs. Is this serious? This is not all why VV Putin received R.A. Kadyrov. Apparently, they simply wanted to clarify together whether Mr. Kadyrov will leave the post of the head of Chechnya during his lifetime or after the finale. Mr. Putin, of course, is leaning toward the second option. The Russian political strategist wrote. He stated that Kadyrov's departure is a black swan for the entire Putin regime. We are dealing with a serious black swan for this system of power. Let us remember on this occasion that we are now in the year of the green wooden snake, Belkovsky said. In Russian history, the year of the snake has always been marked by serious upheavals. In particular, there was the assassination of Tsar Paul I, the Decembrist uprising, several revolutions, Germany's attack on the USSR, Stalin's death, the collapse of the USSR, and others. Kadyrov fueled speculation about his future earlier this week when he told the regional outlet Chechnya Segodnya that he wants to step down. I myself am asking to be relieved of my post. Let my replacement bring their own ideas and vision. I hope my request is fulfilled, he said. But in a Telegram post, the Chechen leader appeared to walk back his comments. No matter how much I ask, only our Supreme Commander-in-Chief, Russian President Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, decides. He wrote, I'm a foot soldier. I'm a team player. If I'm ordered, I'll follow. By all appearances, however, nothing came of the meeting. Kadyrov reported on the state of Chechnya's economy, prompting praise from Putin. As the head of the republic, you can be pleased and proud of the results of the work done in recent years, the president said. Moscow has deployed utility workers to the rooftops of residential buildings with binoculars to spot drones, according to independent Russian media outlet Astra. Workers at one municipal service company have reportedly been put on nearby round-the-clock shifts in response to a rise in drone activity in recent days. The site foremen were given binoculars and sent to rooftops to monitor for drones. Everyone else was told to watch the skies, an employee in southern Moscow told Astra. The worker added that they received no clear instructions on what to do if a drone is spotted. Probably the standard procedure is to call 112, he shared, referring to Russia's emergency services line. Another municipal employee in the city's eastern district said staff have been working overtime for 3 days. He described enhanced patrols with police and the deployment of anti-drone units to attics and rooftops. At the points in the attics, anti-drone units are on duty. We are watching, preparing to shoot down. Binoculars have even been distributed to the janitors, he explained. The heightened security posture is expected to remain in place amid fears of new UAV incursions. It was recently reported that the Kremlin began restrictions on mobile internet access in parts of Moscow. Outages started around May the 5th, with nearly 10,000 complaints logged by mobile operators. While telecom providers insist the network remains stable and voice communication is unaffected, the outages suggest that certain towers may have been intentionally shut down or electronic warfare systems deployed to jam specific frequencies. Recall recently, long-range drones operated by Ukraine's security service SBU struck 2 key Russian defense industry plants overnight, igniting fires and prompting mass flight disruptions in the Moscow region. According to the SBU, Ukrainian drones targeted the Basalt plant in Krasnomaysk, Moscow Oblast, Russia's primary manufacturer of munitions and weaponry for all branches of its military. Residents reported at least 7 explosions, followed by a large fire at the site. Simultaneously, another strike hit the Splav plant in Tula, a city located about 180 kilometers south of Moscow. Splav is reportedly the only facility in Russia responsible for designing and producing multiple launch rocket systems and related ammunition. The strikes, according to the SBU, triggered heightened alert measures across the Moscow Oblast, forcing Russian authorities to enact Plan Cover, a security protocol that includes grounding civilian air traffic. Airports around Moscow and the surrounding oblast temporarily shut down, stranding thousands of passengers and forcing airlines to cancel or reroute hundreds of flights. Separately, Ukrainian drone strikes reportedly damaged the optic fiber systems plant in Saransk, Republic of Mordovia, according to independent Russian outlet Astra and the Ukrainian security officials. The facility, which produces fiber for Russian military drones, suffered serious damage, said Andriy Kovalenko, an official with Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council. A second fire broke out nearby at the Saranskabel plant. Local residents described hearing powerful explosions around 6 a.m. in the city's industrial zone. Russian authorities have banned the publication of images or video from the attack sites.